is this seat available? Hi, my name's Clara. What's yours? Cuisinart? Oh, that's a unique name. I've never seen you here before. Are you new to Cincinnati? Oh, you just moved here. Well, I love Cincinnati, and if you ever want to hear all about this city from a Cincinnatian, let me know. You would? Awesome. Well, how about we go grab a cup of coffee? So anyone who knows me knows I love coffee. And so when my sister unfortunately broke my coffee maker, I did forgive her for it, I will say. I decided, you know what? This is a good opportunity to try out something new. And so I went to the store and I bought not one, not two, six coffee makers. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy all the coffee makers I can find that are under $100 and I'm going to try all of them. And I'm going to figure out what is the best under $100 coffee maker. So one that really caught my eye is this Cuisinart. And the reason it caught my eye is it is so compact. Like, look how narrow this is. I have really small counter spaces in my kitchen, and so I just don't have a ton of space to be able to store an appliance, but I drink coffee every day, so that's a non-negotiable for me. I have to have my coffee maker out, ready to use, and so I love how compact this is. It just doesn't take up a lot of space, and it looks really nice. Like, it looks nice, it feels nice. I don't know if you've noticed, but like some coffee makers, like the plastic is just so, it just feels really cheap, and this one doesn't. Like, it just has very much a quality look to it and a quality feel to it. Now, there are a couple things that I absolutely love about this coffee maker. One of them being, I love the pour spout. So here's a closer look to it. It just pours really nicely. And I like that because I hate it when like it drips down and then it gets on the bottom of the coffee maker and you set it on the hot plate and it starts like sizzling. I just hate when that happens because then it's a mess I have to clean up later. The other thing I like is that it's just very easy to use. It's just very simple. You can program it, which is pretty standard for most coffee makers. But it's not a lot of buttons to be worried about. It's just easy to figure out. When I first pulled it out of the box, I didn't even have to use the manual in order to figure out how to use it. Like, it's pretty intuitive, which is really nice. And the last thing that I really love about this is it has a reusable filter. And that's really nice. It's the cone shape that I like. I feel like it just brews better coffee when it's a cone shape. And I like that's reusable for a couple different reasons. One, it just feels kind of wasteful brewing a pot of coffee and then throwing the filter away. But it also, I feel like it's a little more flavorful with the reusable ones. I just feel like more of the flavors of the coffee come through and don't get caught in the paper, which is nice. And then also on top of that, and probably one of the reasons why I feel like this makes really good coffee is the shower head. Here, come a little closer. The shower head water spout. So it is actually really big, and that is awesome because as you can see, it's going to pretty evenly cover the grounds, and that also contributes to great tasting coffee. You'll see a lot of coffee makers that have like these teeny tiny little water spouts, and that just does not cover your coffee grounds, and that's why you end up getting crappy coffee, like the one that won the worst coffee pot in the world award in my other video. It really was the worst coffee. So I love how this just has a really big surface area for getting all of your grounds evenly covered as it's brewing coffee. Okay, now for what I don't like about this coffee maker. It's actually a really short list. So the only thing, and it's actually a really small complaint, the only thing that I don't love about this is the carafe. The handle is just, I don't know if it's just like too thick, and it definitely sticks out more than what it really needs to. So I don't love the handle to the carafe. And that's it. That's really my list of cons. This coffee maker has a lot to recommend it. It just doesn't have a lot of drawbacks. All right, so let's get brewing. I'm going to show you how to brew coffee with this coffee maker, and then we'll do a taste test. It's been through quite a few taste tests already, but we'll do one final one. Okay, so you are going to pour your water into here. And then we are going to brew 12 cups of coffee. So I'm just going to use this scoop and do 12 scoops of coffee grounds. All right, and then shut that. And then there's only one button to press, and that's brew. Oh hey, while the coffee's brewing, give this video a thumbs up. So this coffee maker took about 11 and a half minutes to brew 12 cups of coffee, which is pretty good. I've definitely tested out coffee makers that took much longer than that to brew 12 cups. So the speed of this coffee maker is pretty good. And it's also decently quiet. As a mom, I just don't want my coffee maker waking up my kids from their nap. And so I appreciate the fact that it's decently quiet. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would rate it probably a 3. It gets a little noisy at times, but overall, it's pretty quiet. So now let's do the taste test, because honestly, you know, all the other factors impact whether or not to buy a coffee maker, but the taste test is really important. Okay, this coffee maker's been through many taste tests. Yeah, this has a really good flavor. I would imagine that the cone-shaped coffee filter is part of that, part of why it tastes pretty good. And it has a little bit, I would say a little bit of a bitter taste to it. So if you don't like that bitter taste in your coffee, that might be a reason to maybe get a different coffee maker. But I would say overall, like, it has a very good flavor to it. And some of that bitter taste might also be because it has a reusable coffee filter, which you could always use a paper coffee filter in there if you want. And that would probably decrease some of that bitter taste. Yeah, so I don't know, this is hard. I did a review on a Hamilton Beach coffee maker, and I really like that one. I've been kind of rotating through all these coffee makers, and I really like the Hamilton Beach one, but there's some things that I really like about this one that the other one doesn't have. And so, I think this one is a keeper. I'm feeling it with this one. Check out my other 2 videos, the one where I do a review of all 6 coffee makers all at the same time, and then the other one on how to clean this coffee maker according to the manual, and then a few tips thrown in there. And yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this hot cup of coffee while my kids are still napping. And until we meet again next time, have an awesome day.